Good. All right, now we'll share the screen. Okay, so resh Bina, that's the name of this class, and it's going to be a 7-week course. And I've got everybody, I'm sending out the files so people can kind of study a little bit at home, but we're going to go through it pretty quick. And this is actually, they say that you can actually do this in 6 weeks. So it's very logical. It's very methodic, very meticulous, and we'll get there. Okay, so now Hebrew, let me state the obvious. It goes from right to left instead of left to right. Now, my thinking is that it kind of helps left brain and right brain functions by, by coordinating that. So there's kind of a neurological benefit too, but that's just me. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just something I made up. All right, so Hebrew is a lot different than most Western languages. These are the letters, and this is in the file that you get. These are the letters. Now, the letters are consonants. They have sounds, except for this one up here. This is an aleph, no sound. This is an ayin, no sound. Now, there's two types, there's two versions of Hebrew. I mean, it's not real different, but there's Ashkenazi and Sephardic. Sephardic's a little bit more guttural. So when we say these are silent vowels, the Ashkenazic, which is European, I think that's Yiddish for German, it takes the sound of whatever vowel it has. The difference in Sephardic is that Hebrew, first of all, is a guttural language. All right, so English is spoken pretty much in the middle of the mouth. If you speak Spanish or French or Italian, it's kind of almost in the front of the mouth. Like donde está, I don't know, donde está comida, something like that. Okay, whereas English again is in the middle of the mouth. Hebrew is guttural; it's in the back of the throat. So this ayin, that's what the letter's called, which is a silent, is actually a guttural. It's kind of like this. You're pronouncing it like that, and we'll get to that when we get to this letter. So again, what the letters, the consonants, are enunciated based on one of these vowels, which are called nikud marks. And there's an these two dots are silent. This is an e. This is an eh. These two are o. These two are u, and this is an a. And we'll come to each one of those vowels in turn. Okay, so let's get started. The first letter we are going to address, and I'm going to forget the X. That's kind of like a placeholder. I'm going to go right to this, which is called an aleph, and it has no sound. This vowel, this nikud mark, this dash that is under the letter is an ah. So we're going to start with 5, and we're going to repeat the letters. We're going to sound it out. So please sound it out with me. Ah, 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 and ah. Okay, let's do 6. Ah, 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 ah. Pretty simple. Okay, again, this letter that looks like an X, the aleph, is no sound, so it takes whatever the sound of the vowel makes. This vowel, you see there's two versions of it. Sephardic and Ashkenazic. Again, Sephardic is Spanish, but it really refers to all points east, like Middle East, Near East, Asian, all the Jews out there. And the Ashkenazic, which is German, is actually the European and American. Now, Israel, being in the Middle East, they use mostly Sephardic pronunciations. So for our intents and purposes, we're going to pronounce this little T-looking thing as an ah. There are times, specific words, where this is pronounced like the Ashkenazic ah. And we'll just address that when we get there. But for now, for our intents and purposes, we're going to pronounce this as an ah. So let's go to line 2. We have that aleph, and again, it takes on the sound of the vowel, and that's ah, 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 and ah. Okay, let's do line 3. Ah, 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 ah. Let me get my corner. Ah and ah. Okay. So we'll just do some of these, and if you want, you can practice at home. Just bring it up. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, 5. Here's where we mix them up a little bit. But for our purposes, it's all the same. Ah, 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 and ah. Okay, let's do another one. Line 6. Ah, 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 and ah. Okay, so now you're all experts in the vowel ah and the letter aleph. Okay, let's continue. This is a bait. It's the name of the letter, bait. It's a bu. Now you notice that this letter has a little dot in the middle. That dot is called a dagesh. And we'll get to the variations of that in a little bit. But for now, right, it's a bu. Okay, so this is our second letter. So let's look at line 1. Ba, 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 and ba. Okay, good. Let's go to line 2. Ba, 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 ba. All right, good. Let's go to line 3. Ah, ba, ah, ba, ah, ba, and ba. Okay, let's go to line 4. Ba, ba, ah, ba, ba, ah, ba. Okay, good. Let's go to line 5. And now we're going to start learning some words. Line 5. Ah, ba. Abba. Abba, ba. So Abba is father or dad. It's kind of an informal, and I've heard that it comes from Aramaic, but we'll get to that difference in a little bit. Ba means is coming or comes. So when you say Abba ba, what you're saying is father is coming or dad is coming. All right, let's go to line 6. Ba, ba, Abba, Abba, ba. So here again in this little box, Abba, ba, and right here, Abba, ba. Okay. So again, Abba is dad or father, and ba is coming, or it can be came. So as we go through this course, we're going to get some vocabulary as well. And we're also going to get some prayers. Let me get that for a second. I'm recording, and I've got it duplicated to pull up the chair. And you can get one from the office. Okay, like I said, I'm recording, so we're in the middle of the class. So, all right. So, lesson 4, and I am also recording this. So, all right. So you can get a chair in the office if you want and pull it in and come over here. Okay, so this is a bait, and it's the letter, and with the little dot in there, it's a B. Now, if we don't have that little dagesh in there, it's a ve. It's a bu. It's a bu. And for those of you that speak Spanish, you know that the Spanish bu is really kind of a softer bu. It's kind of like a bu. It's almost like the sound is between a bu and a va, right? So that's kind of how we rationalize, how we understand that these two letters are mingled this way. ultimately, it is the same letter. You will see words with a b and you will see words with a v. And I'll show you how that works later on as we get there. Well, I'll tell you right now. So a lot of times the word for house is bait, but sometimes you'll see it as vate, like bevate, which means in a house. Okay, we also have another vowel here. These two dots, one over the other, is a silent vowel. And when you see this vowel under a letter, all you do is enunciate the sound of the letter. Nicholas, hi, we are recording this. We're a little bit into this, but that's okay. You can check out the recording. Also, as I told people, we're going to have part of taking the course is free, but I need to give like the names and emails to NJOP because they go to their board and that's how they get funding, by them saying, see, people really are using this. Okay. All right. So again, this is a V with the dagish, the dot in the middle, it's a B, and this is a silent vowel. So let's go through line 1 and we'll show you how this works. Line 1, V, 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 V. So all we're doing is enunciating the sound of the letter. V. Okay? Now let's go to line 2. Va, 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 and va. Let's go over line 1 again. I see some confused faces. Va, 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 and va. Okay, let's go to line 4. And again, we're going to skip around and you can, you all have the files. I've sent them out, this file, and I'll keep sending it out and you can go over this at home. You can kind of practice a little bit. Send me an email if you have any questions. Also, again, I'm going to be recording this and posting it on my YouTube channel. Okay. 4. Ba, va, ba, oops, ba, va, ba, va, and ba. Okay. Let's go down to line 5. Ba, va, ba, oops, ba, va, ba, va, ba. Okay, let's go down to 7. Abba, 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 ba. And we know that abba is dad or father. It's the informal dad or father. And ba means is coming, comes, or came. Okay, let's go to 8. Av, ba, av, ba, av, ba. Now, av is also father, but it's more formal. So it's more like father, whereas abba is like dad or daddy. And I heard that abba really comes from the Aramaic. I don't know. So we've learned a sentence, abba, ba, which is father is coming, which is dad is coming. Av, ba, which is father is coming. More respectful, right? Okay. So again, we got these little X's, which is like a placeholder, like a math. And this is an E. So this little dot, which is called a chirik, is an E. Now, we're not going to really focus on this letter, this yud, until later on. But why is it here? Well, it's like our Y, and it kind of elongates the sound a little bit. So this, I'm trying to highlight it. This would be E, okay? This would be E. E. And in Hebrew, when you have multi-syllable words, usually, not always, but usually the word is accented or emphasized at the end of the word, as opposed to Hebrew or Spanish, which is really at the beginning of it. It wouldn't be ye, because remember, we're going right to left. Ye.
So we're directly under the yud.
It would be ye. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So you will more likely see the E in a word where it's emphasized on that syllable, on that part of the word. That's really when you'll see the yud. All right, let's go through line 1. Okay. E, E, B, V, A, V, that va, V, V, and then V. All right, so we're learning a lot, so let's focus on this a little more. Let's go to line 2. B, V, V, B, V, and V. Now, another thing that this does at the end of a word is it makes it possessive, first person possessive or my. Okay, let's go to line 3. A, V, Avi, which is my father. Av, which is father. Aviv, which is spring. Like Tel Aviv, Spring Hill. Avi, which is my father again, or it's some people's name. It's a proper name. And V. Okay. 5. Abba, which is father, right? Abba. Avi, which is my father. Ba, which is Avi Ba, which is my father comes. And Avi. Now, I'm just exaggerating it to make a point. You know, in regular conversation, you wouldn't walk up to people and say, hey, Avi Ba. You know, you just say Avi Ba, right? You wouldn't say Avi Ba. 6. Ba, Ba, Avi, Av, Avi. Hear how the emphasis, it's accented at the end? All right, let's skip down to 9. Abba, Ba, Av, Ba, Avi, Ba. All right, let's go this one more time. Line 10. Abba, Ba, Av, Ba, good. Avi, Ba. Good. All right. And again, Avi is my father. All right. Moving right along. And notice it says M as in mound or mountain. This is a mem. And sometimes it will give you little clues here, ways to remember it. So mem, this is a m as in a mound or a mountain. So again, let's go to line 1. Ma, me. Ma, me. Ma, me, and me. Okay, so me is actually who? What it means? It means who? So if I said to you, me, Avi, who is my father? All right, so let's go to 2, and we're reviewing a little bit. E, me, ma, me, ma, ma, me. Good. Okay, let's go to 3. Ma, excuse me. Me, 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 me. All right, let's go to 4. E, ma. E, me, ba, avi. All right, so we just learned a new word. Ema is ma, exactly. Ema is ma. So we're going to do a few more sentences here. because we're starting to learn a lot and starting to cram a little bit in there. Okay, 5. E, ma. E, me. Ima, ba, avi. So what do you think e me means? My mom, because you've got Ima is mom, and the E at the end, when you put an E, a pirik, this E vowel, with the yud at the end, it means mine. It typically means mine. So let's go to 6 and we'll see the words spelled out. Imi, ima, imi, ba, and avi. Okay, so this can be a little confusing. You see a dagesh, that little dot in the mem. Now, there's only one sound, and there's only one letter M, mem. It's not like the bait or the vait where it actually changes the sound. But sometimes that dot is put in the middle of a letter for more emphasis. It's like it's strengthening. So you got the and bu. So it's a little harder sound. So if you notice this word, imi, it's accented on the me part, and that's why that dagesh is there. The dagesh, that dot, serves purposes sometimes to emphasize the letter a little bit more than it would be emphasized. And as we get further into this, you'll see other applications of that dagesh. But you can see that, rather than just say imi, it's imi, a little bit more emphasis. Okay, line 7. Ima, ima, me, ba. So let's go to 9 and let's have a conversation. Ima, me, ba. Mom, who is coming? Av, ba, abba, ba. So we have father is coming or dad comes. Dad's coming. Again, line 10. Ima, me, ba. Av, ba. Abba, ba. So we've learned Ima, which is mother or mom, Imi, which is my mother, and me, which is who is, who or who is. And again, we have that dagesh. Now it's telling you that the dagesh usually emphasizes the sound of a letter. Okay, are you confused yet? Okay. See, like I said, we're going really fast here.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I'm recording this. You can look it over a few times. Okay, this is a resh, all right. And it says as in round. See how it's kind of rounded here? So R as in round. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street. R, round, rounded. Okay, line 1. Ra, yep. Ra, think Lady Gaga. Ra, ra, right? Ra, 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 re, and re. Okay, line 2. Ra, ra, re, ra, re, and re. All right, so we're going to start learning a few more words. Line 3. Rav, Rabbi, Rav, Rabbi. Any idea what that means? Rabbi. So Rav is kind of a formal rabbi. You hear like these great rabbis, they refer to as Rav. And in the Talmud, you've got a rabbi that was known as Rav, or then there's another one, Rava, So these were great rabbis. Rav also means great. Rabim, Mayim Rabim, great waters. Okay. So line 4. Rabbi, Rabbi, Avi, Rabbi. Okay, so again, Rabbi is rabbi, or it's my rabbi, because you've got that E at the end, right? And again, because the bait here is you got a dagish, it's Rabbi. Rabbi, Avi. Now look at these words. Rabbi is rabbi, Rav is like a great rabbi. And you see, it's really the same word, even though you've got a B here and a V here. Really kind of the same word, just a different application, different construct. Okay, so 5. Ima, ba, avi. Very good. Okay, line 6. Rabbi, ba, Rabbi. Good. Okay, so 7. Me, Rabbi, Avi, Rabbi. So that's a sentence. Me, Rabbi. Who is my rabbi? Avi, my father. Rabbi is my rabbi, or a rabbi. So and an is understood in Hebrew. There is no word for or an. Okay. And we're going to kind of dig down a little bit more here because we're starting to get more and more letters, so we'll get more and more practice here. And again, you can do this at home and just look at the recording. Ima, Imi, Abba, Rabbi. Okay. And 9, Ima, me, Rabbi. On 10, Abba, Ra'av, Rabbi. See? So, and then we've got some sentences. Ima, me, Rabbi. Mom, who is the rabbi? Abba, Rabbi. Dad is the rabbi, is a rabbi. All right, so now we get a hey, which is an H. H as in whole. See, there's your whole right there. And there's another letter that looks just like this, which is pronounced almost the same, that we'll come to later. It's the chet, and it's in more of a guttural sound. So, line 1. Ha, he, ha, and he. Line 2. Ha, he, ha, he. Okay, so 2 things. He is she. He is she. Okay, when you see ha in front of a word, it's a prefix and it means the. Now in Hebrew, when you have a the in front of a noun, like when you say the boy, okay? And the Hebrew word for big is gadol, all right? So if you were to say yeled, which is boy, gadol, it would be a big boy. If you say the boy is big, you would have to put ha in front of the noun and the adjective. So they agree. So you would say ha yeled, ha gadol. And as you just may have noticed, in Hebrew, the adjective comes after the noun. Right, exactly. And if you have an adverb there too, it's hayeled, hagadol, I think it would just be ma'od. I don't know if you put the ha in there. All right, so 3. And it also says at the end of a word, the H is not pronounced, which is the same in Hebrew, in English rather. So like the word, like your name, Sarah, right? H. You know, I've seen it with S-A-R-A and S-A-R-A-H, pronounced the same. So that's the h sound. All right. Line 3. A, ba, va, ra, ma, ba, a. Okay, so ma is what? No, it's what? Ma is what? Yeah, right, exactly. Ma is also what? So whether it's this vowel or whether it's this vowel, it's still what? Same word. Same word. In fact, I've even in one of our morning prayers, you might even see an eh, which we haven't come to yet, also as what. So Hebrews can be very flexible. All right, line 4. Ma, he. Ma, he, ima. So ma, he is what is she? Now, in Hebrew, there are no its, right? Why are there no it in Hebrew? Because what does Genesis say? God created male and female. So there's no its. Everything is either masculine or feminine. No ambiguity, that's right. That's why a lot of times when we're reading the Torah, and if somebody says who instead of he, and they're spelled the same in ancient Hebrew. In ancient Hebrew, he is actually heave. There's a little stick-looking letter that's a vav that we'll get to later on. But you have to be correct. You have to say, is it who or is it heave? Because whether it's masculine or feminine, it's referring to something different as a pronoun. Pronouns have to match the subject in ancient Hebrew, especially in the Torah, or else you would just change the whole meaning. People think you're referring to something else. All right, so line 5. Abba, ha'av, see the father, ba. Ha'av, ba, the father comes. 6. Ima, ba'a. So you also have to match the gender. Ba is masculine, comes or is coming. Ba'a is feminine, comes or is coming. So ha'av, ba, ima, ba'a. 7. Abba, ba, ima, ba'a. See that? Father comes, mother's coming. Abba, Rabbi, Harabi, ba. Father is a rabbi. The rabbi is coming. 9. Ima, ma, ha'av. So mom, what is the father? Ha'av, rabbi. The father is a rabbi. Is another word you don't have to worry about because the present form of to be is also understood in Hebrew. The only word you will have is hayot, which is to be. That's it. Leo, to be. And that's it. That's the only present form of the word to be that we use. So when you say ha'av, rabbi, the father is a rabbi. It's all you need, you don't have, there's no is, there's no It's just, superfluous in Hebrew. 10. Abba, me, he. So dad, who is she? He, Ima. She is mom. 11. Avi, which is my father. Remember the E, the chirik, and the yud make it possessive. So Avi, my father, my rabbi. Ma, Imi. What is my mom? 12. Ma, he, What is he? What is she? She, and in this case, she, he, Ima. She is a mother. That's how you would, not she is mother or she is mother. What is she? Well, she is a mother. See how you're, even though the is and the are not there, you're understanding it by context. So Hebrew is very contextual. You understand a lot of words based on how they're used. And ancient Hebrew will drive you crazy with that. Okay, now let's go to 13. We got another word here. Ha'av, Amar. The father said. Amar is said. Ima, Ba'a. Mother is coming. Ima, Ba'a. Mother is coming. So again, ha and ha, notice the same vowel. Now, if this was Ashkenazic, this would be ha, but we don't use that. So this is ha and ha. And the, and it's a prefix. Notice it's put right before a word. It's a prefix. There are other prepositions that are put before a word too. Like remember we learned ba. When you see ba in front of a word, it's in. Ba is in. Now, what would you do if you want to say in the? Would you say ba ha? No, it's too laborious. So you would say ba in the. So ba is in, ba is in the. Yeah, it's a contraction, exactly. Yeah, okay. More efficient. Okay, let's move on. We may get this all done today. But this is why I encourage people to practice, because you do this once a week and people come in next week and like, oh, what is this? Remember? Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, that's right. So, take a few minutes and just, read to yourself, just go over a few sentences and it'll really get it in. All right. This is our second silent vowel, silent letter. And I'll show you the difference in a minute between this and the aleph. This is your vowel.
Your what?
Vowel. As an egg. See, you got 3 eggs. And this has no sound. Actually, this is a guttural. So a guttural means it's instead of a it's a. Now, you don't hear people doing that today. If you were back in Israel 33,000 years ago, you would, and if you ever listen to Arabic, Arabic's very guttural. You can hear how guttural it is. Yeah. That's the way ancient Hebrew used to be. But these days, unless you're from Persia, you don't really pronounce it this way. So let's go to line 1 and I'll show you what the difference is. Okay, for our purposes, this is erev, which is evening, and ba, which is comes. So there's a song, erev ba. Now, again, if you were from Israel, from ancient Israel 3,000 years ago, or you're from Persia, you would say erev. Erev, that's how you'd say it. Erev, not erev, erev. It's more of a guttural. Meh, good. Re, ah, e, and Good. So line 3, erev, ba. Maybe I'll make this a little bigger. Yeah,
Ancient Hebrew text doesn't have the vowels.
no, the vowels were put in later on. And one of the reasons it was put in, and this is just kind of my guess, I don't know this for sure, this is just my interpretation of it, is if you've got all the Jews, all the Israelites living in one area, it's pretty easy, right? You got the Torah, you got the temple, you're good to go. when the second temple was destroyed and Jews started getting dispersed, you got Jews going as far as Persia and China. You got Jews going as far as Germany and Poland, spreading out. It's very easy to start distorting and start having different interpretations based on your community. That's how we get dialects, for example. So in order to make sure that doesn't happen, the sages standardized, like the Masoretes. They were a group of anonymous sages that put the vowels in the Torah. And that way everybody's pronouncing the word the same. Now, with the Torah, there still are no vowels or cantillation marks. That's why you got two Gabbayim or officers on either side of the podium with, like a cheat sheet, if you will, that are actually making sure that the Torah reader is doing it's exact. Now, in America, people are not that, most people are not that efficient in Hebrew. If you're that efficient in Hebrew, you're the one reading. So, but still, our tradition demands, even if you've got a chumash in front of you, that Torah needs to be spoken specific. So that's why yesterday when I was reading the Torah, I had some people that weren't as adept at knowing Hebrew. I just slowed right down and make sure that they could follow me. Okay, so that's that's why it is what it is, and that's when the vowels happen. Some people suggest that ancient Hebrew did have vowels, like the aleph was a vowel. It was like an ah. And the hey was an eh. So a lot of times you'll see when you see this hey, this H word, you'll see an eh with it.
You're gonna see it.
An eh vowel. And here's your eh vowel. Yeah, I forget the name of what that vowel is, but. Okay, let's continue. Line 4. Erev, 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 Ba. Good. Line 5. Erev, Ba, Abba, Ba. So evening comes, father comes. 6. Erev, Ba, Abba, Ba. Okay. Now let's go to 8. Do a kind of a sentence. Ba Erev, Abba, Ba. So there it is. In the evening, father comes. Ba Erev, Ba and Da. Like you said, a contraction. I like that. That's good. Okay, 9. Ha Rabbi, Ba, Ba Erev. The rabbi comes in the evening. So it's Friday night. Ha-av, Ba, Ba Erev. The father is coming in the evening. 10. Here's the feminine form. Ima, Ba'a, Ba Erev. Makes it a feminine. Yeah. And the at the end, a lot of times, is what they call the feminine marker. So like you'll hear like when we're doing a Misha Baroff on Saturday, the prayer either for the person that comes up for the Aliyah or for if I'm doing an individual prayer for this for the healing prayer, Misha Baroff. So Hafiyotcha or Hafiyotah. So you'll hear the differences in the feminine for Yadav, which is his hand, or Yadecha, which is her hand.
So silly question.
No silly questions.
At
Go
the
ahead.
end of number 10.
Yep.
Ba'erev, that's a period. That's not a.
Yes.
That's not a vowel mark.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, when I was a kid and we were doing this, instead of using dots as periods, they would use a little diamond. That goes back years and years. I don't know if they do that. Obviously, they don't do it anymore. So you'll see on this question mark, you have the question mark with a dot under it. Yeah, it would. Yeah, so we would have a question mark with a little diamond under it, to distinguish it from the eval. Exactly. And it's not a serious. I mean, that's what they did. All right, let's do 11. Me, Ba Erev. Who comes in the evening. Who is coming in the evening? Mi ba'a ba'erev. Who is coming in the evening, but you're looking at a woman. Now, if you don't know if it's a man or a woman, which form do you think you use? The masculine. But it is sad, but that's the way it is. Yeah, it always, same thing with the plural. When you have, there's a masculine plural, which is im, by the way. And there's a feminine plural, which is ot. Now, again, in ancient Hebrew, instead of ot, it's im with a nun, with an n sound. So if you don't know if it's a man or a woman coming, you would revert back to the masculine. If it's a bunch of men and women, you would use the masculine plural. You can use them both, but it's more efficient to just use the one. And again, we've learned erev and ba'erev. Okay, so we're going to do one more vowel here, and we're going to call it a day because that's a lot. Yeah, and you guys can review this. You got the files, and I'm gonna take the recording and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and I'll send out the link. Okay, so this is an O. There are actually two ways to do an O. One is to use this letter, which is called a vav. If you put a dot on top of it, it's not a dagesh, it's a dot. It's an O. Or another way to do it is just use the dot to the upper left-hand corner of the letter. Yes. And that's actually, when they're analyzing Torah, that's called the diminished O.
That's a problem.
Yes, that's Mo, and that's Mo. Interestingly enough, in the Torah, when you see a word that usually is spelled with this, it means something. It's a diminished O. And it means that the actual topic, the subject, is diminished in some way. There are some words like generations, ludorot. You wouldn't, in a case like that, when you have a word with two O's in it, one of them is going to be this, and the other one's going to be diminished. That's just how they do it. If you see two O's, two of these in there, that means something. If you see just two of these, that means something. So if you were to say ludorotam in your generations with two of the full O's, that means that they're pretty important, spectacular generations. If you see just this, it's like, well, wasn't as good as we hoped. Diminished. All right. So that's a little implications. All right, let's do one. Line one. Bo, vo, mo, o, and o. Okay. Row. Oh, let's not get too ahead. Row, ho, ha. Okay, now we're going to start learning some new words. 3. Ba, mo, re. Mo, re is teacher. Ba, ha, mo, re. So ha, mo, re is the teacher. 4. Mo, re. Eve, re. So what do you think Ivri means? What does it sound like in English? What was it?
No, I'm thinking it's just talking about the afternoon.
Nope. It's Hebrew. Hebrew. Yeah. It's Hebrew. And Ivri comes from the word Iver, which means the other side. And there was a tribe of Ibers, which is where Abraham was from. He was from an Iber tribe. So that's where we get the word Hebrew, Ivri. Okay. Ima, Mora, which is a feminine teacher. Moreh is a male teacher. Mora is a female teacher. So 5, Moreh Ivri. And what do you think that means? Hebrew teacher. Remember, the adjective comes after the noun in Hebrew. Ivri, Moreh, Ivri, a Hebrew teacher. If you would,
Ivri is teacher.
Ivri is Hebrew, Moreh is teacher. So remember, the adjective, the description comes after the subject or the noun.
A lot of those.
It does.
Right.
French. Also, if you were to say ha moreh ha ivri, the Hebrew teacher. So remember, you're the ha, the direct has to agree.
You have to attach the, if you put, to both words.
Exactly. And if you were doing plural, which is im, you would say morim, ivrim. So the plural, the number would have to match as well.
Similar to French as well.
Yes. Yes. Okay. 6. Avi, Rabbi, Imi, Mora. Evi is my father. Avi is my father. Rabbi is rabbi or my rabbi. Imi is my mother. And Mora is teacher. Abba, Ima, Hamore, Ba. See, and here we have that example. Hamore, Ha-Ivri, Ba. The Hebrew teacher is coming. Now you notice there's 2 different ways of making the. Whether it's this ah or whether it's this ah. And I think there are rules to determine which vowel you use. I'm not aware of the particulars in this case, but there are specific reasons. 9. Abba, Avi, Hamora, Ba'a. 10. Abba, Amar. Hamore, Ha-Ivri, Ba. Abba, Amar. Father said, Hamore, the teacher, Ha-Ivri, the Hebrew teacher, Ba is coming. Now we have the feminine construct. 11, Ima, Amra. Mom said. See, that's the feminine. Hamora, Ba'a. The female teacher is coming. So that's the feminine construct. Mi, Ba. Who is coming? Hamore, Ba. The teacher comes. The male teacher comes. 13. Mi, Ba'a. Who is coming? We know it's a female. Hamora, Ba'a. The female teacher's coming. So we have Moreh, which is male teacher, Morah, feminine female teacher, and Amra, she said. Okay. So I'm just going to show you this letter. We're going to stop there. That's a lot. This is a dalet or a duh. Notice the difference. See a dent. See this little dent thing out here? Notice the similarity and distinction between the duh and the resh. See the difference? You got this rounded. And on your chart, that's at the first part of this file, where you have all the letters, they kind of put them together to show you distinctions. See, here's your D or your dalet, and here's your R, which is your resh. Notice the difference. This is just kind of rounded. This one's got a little dent. So this is one stroke. The resh is the R is one stroke. The dalet, the duh, is 2 strokes. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Rounded. 1 stroke. All right. Any questions, comments? All right. That does it for today then. I'm going to stop the share. And thank you for joining us on Zoom. I am going to be putting this on, I'm going to be putting this on my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. And if you would please review, you've all got the files. And I'll send this out again and I'll give it till next week and we'll see who else joins us. And then I'll tell NJOP who you people are. Wonderful. Thank you.